is going on, Internet? My name is Stephen Fleming and welcome to my Wednesday show. For those of you just tuning in for the first time, this is the show where I talk about all the stuff that I thought was interesting from the last couple of days. That being said, let's jump right into the first story of the day. Russian scientists just dug up an entire fully grown female mammoth that was preserved in ice on a Siberian island. This was the first mature female mammoth ever found, so it's one of a kind. It's important to note here that this was not a woolly mammoth, it was a regular mammoth. Basically, imagine a 3-ton enormous elephant. The fact that this was a mature female mammoth aside, there have been quite a few frozen mammoths recovered in the last couple of years. But what's really crazy about this mammoth is that when they found it, there was blood inside. The mammoths are believed to have died off around 4,000 years ago, and you guys remember the plotline to Jurassic Park? Yeah, people are seriously having that conversation now. Thus far, scientists have not recovered enough DNA to potentially clone the mammoth, and they've said that what they do have would take them quite a few years to piece it all back together. As far as the ethical conversations about cloning go, I'm just throwing that out the window. I say bring the mammoths back. I'm envisioning these things like the giant elephants from Lord of the Rings. I would absolutely pay money to see one of those things. But that is just my opinion, and it brings me to my question of the day. What do you guys think about this situation? Should we bring mammoths back? Is it okay for scientists to resurrect extinct species? Leave your answers and comments in the comment section down below. My next story comes out of Anaheim, California, where Disneyland was temporarily closed yesterday because of an explosion. One employee has been arrested in conjunction with the explosion, and police were able to determine that it was a dry ice bomb inside a bottle in one of the trash cans in Toontown. Because that's a really important detail. It happened in Toontown. Ultimately, in this situation, all we ended up with was a bunch of scared kids. No one was hurt. They were able to evacuate everyone, and the only person who's having a really bad day is the employee who's currently in jail. The next thing that I want to talk about today is this photo that was getting kicked around the internet of what is being called a Mars rat. This fuzzy little Martian space rodent was identified by the trustworthy people at UFOsightingsdaily.com. Now that rock-colored, rock-shaped potential mammal that was photographed by the Curiosity rover could very well be a rat. Of course, it would have to be a weird as hell rat considering the atmosphere of Mars is 95% carbon dioxide. Now, that is of course what NASA wants you to think. Make sure that you get your tinfoil hats on tight because the space rat invasion may have already begun. And on to my next story. On Tuesday's episode of The Voice, Maroon 5 lead singer Adam Levine said, "I hate this country," when he heard how America had voted. And people are pissed off, which is not a huge surprise, Adam, considering that 10 million people watch the show. As always, links to videos and all that other nonsense in the description down below. My last story comes from this video of Beyonce performing in Denmark. It is currently one of the most watched videos on YouTube. Beyonce's up on stage, singing, dancing, doing her thing when one of her fans decides to get a little crazy and slap her on the ass. Anyway, that is all that I had to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, click that subscribe button so you can get updated with 5 new videos every week, and I will see you guys tomorrow.